Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, in this session I'm going to talk about one of the very important data type, that means built-in data type in Python, that is list here. So let's talk about what is list, then what kind of things, what kind of loopholes are there. So we are going to discuss all things in this session. Okay. So let me start from the what is list here. So list is a collection of values, so or we can say a bunch of values. So if you want to store the name of the students, okay, so in that case we need the list here. Okay, in this scenario we need the list to store those employee or those student details inside the single object. Okay, so that's why we said list is a collection of values or objects or elements. Okay, apart from that, if you can see the second point here, the list can be allowed duplicates. Okay, yeah, I'll be going to show you this point here practically. Apart from that, list can be allowed heterogeneous object. Okay, so we there is no restrictions to add the single type of value. What does mean by the single type here? Suppose I want to add the string type of value at the zeroth index, and I want to add the boolean type of value at the first index. So it can be allowed. Heterogeneous means multiple type of values you can store inside the single list. There is no restrictions here. Okay, so but let's see the practically how you can create a list in the Python, and how you can, and what are the way we have, so we can use to create the list here. So there are two way as per my knowledge. So first way is the subscript. You can use the subscript to create the list. Another is you can use the constructor of the list, and these two way you can use here. So let me create one name list here. I'm going to create the name list, so which contains or which holds the name of the students. Okay, so I'm going to give my name first. Okay, Sai, let's give the one C. So this three list. Okay, so I created one list by using the subscript, and under that I mentioned the three names. So that means it will group the, group the name, so group these objects. Okay, so what the definition says, it's a collection of values. If you can say, we are collecting these names under the subscript. Okay, under the single area. So that's why we said it is a collection of values. Okay, so we are going to see the second point and third point why I said so. But before that, let's discuss the another way of creating the list here. Let me just execute it and print the list. So then we will get the idea like whether it is created or not. Okay, it is created successfully, guys. So what I did, I created one list by using the subscript. This is the first way to create the list here. Now let's discuss the second way, how you can create the list in second way. Like, so you can create the list by using the constructor. Then how you can create it? So let me write one code here. Let me give the same name here, that is name list, and let's write the constructor of the, okay, constructor of the list. So this is the way you can create the object of the list. And how you can know the whether it is list or not? So you can use the type function to like to know that that function or that objects is the type of which type of data type holds. Okay, let me show you that one as well. Yeah, now I can able to create the list by using the constructor. Let me print that name list again. Okay, and then let's run it. Now see, you now here also we can able to create the list. Let me add the another name here, sorry. Okay, so this is the one more name I added here, then you will get the things. Yeah, correct. So there are two way. One is a subscript and another one is a list constructor. Then how you can know this is the type? This is like how you can know that like what is type of this variable reference holding. So you can use the type function, and I think under that you can add the name list. Maybe you will get the type, which type of data it holds. So it holds the list type of references. Okay, so this is the way you can check the type of the variable. Apart from that, let me show you like it can be a it can be hold the duplicate. Yeah, let me show you. So I'll create this same list by using the subscript here. Here I'll give the dupe test. Okay, and let's duplicate this same name here. Okay, now let it execute. Yeah, and once it execute, let me print that object. Okay, and let's see the result. Yeah, you can see the first point I said here, it can allow the duplicates. So you can see, you can able to see the I added this sam twice, so it is duplicate value. Now let me discuss the third point. It can hold the heterogeneous object. Then what does meaning by the heterogeneous objects here? So let me explain you. Okay, let me create one more list here. It is the heterogeneous. Okay, so this is my new list. Suppose heterogeneous means it can hold the any type of data. Suppose I want to add the string, I can add. If you want to add the boolean, you can add. If you want to add a number, you can add. If you want to add the boolean, so these things. So you can see I store the string here, I store the integer number here, I store the boolean here. Okay, let me execute. Let's see whether we are getting any exception or not. Yeah, we are not getting any exception here. We didn't get anything here. Let me print that and let's see whether it is printed properly or not. Yeah, it can be a possible. We can able to hold the, or we can able to add the heterogeneous objects inside the list. Now let's talk about like how to access the elements from the or items from this list. I want to get the this last index element, I want to get this first index element, I want to get this element, get this element. How you can access it? Yeah, there is a way in Python, so you can easily access the variables here. Suppose we already have this list. Okay, then how you can do that? You can use the index here. Once you use the index here, then you can just print that index, then you will get the zeroth index element. Let me run it. You can see, so we can able to print the zeroth index element. So if you want to print it first index, so you can go and print it. Well, so this is the way you can access the element. Now I want to replace it. Okay, I want to replace the element or update the element. Then how I can update? See, I want to update the zeroth index element. So that zeroth index element with another name. Okay, so that updated name. So I can able to do that. Yeah. So you can easily use this syntax, something like this, 0 1 something. Okay, now let's run it and again print the same list. Okay, you can, sorry, I printed the first index element only. You can see here previously the zeroth index holded Sam here. Now I replace that value with the Samadhan. So this is the way you can replace. There are other methods, like you can use the append method. So how you can use the append method? So append method is used to append the value at the end of the list. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so this method is used here to append the value or add the value. Let me add the a new name. Okay, and let's run, and before that let's print the same list here and execute it. So you can see I can able to add the object or that Anukul at the end of the list. So by using the append method. So append method is used to add the object or any element at the end of the list. So that's all. Apart from that, there is the extend method will be there. Suppose you have a two list. Suppose let me declare the two list here. One, sorry, list one and list 2. Okay, let me remove these names here, the values, and I want to merge these two lists into a single list. How we can do that? Yeah, we can do that. So how you can? So by using the extends method, you can do that. So you want to extend the list 2 inside the list 1, then you have to use the extend. Okay, and give the second list reference here and print the first list. Then you will get the all element inside the first list. Print it whole code here. Yeah, you can see you can able to extend these details at the end here. Correct. So this is the way. There are two way to add the list. One is the append method and another one is a extend method or functions you can use to add the list items. Okay, now let's discuss the like indexing. So let's discuss the getting items from the or retrieving the items from the list. So I have this list, correct? Which one? So this name list, and I want to retrieve the data from this index to this index. So there is one concept called ranged index. So you can use a ranged index to access this kind of thing scenario. Okay, now how we can achieve it? You have to use like this. So there are, so inside it you can pass the single index or you can pass the double index, like start point to end point. How you can specify the start point? Start point is like this, and after the colon you have to specify the end point. So this is the starting index and this is the ending index. So starting index starts from the zeroth here. Okay, zeroth index will get printed or access, and end here where we are ending here. So this is the first index, correct? So first minus 1, that means n minus 1. So it will look or it will access the data n minus 1. What is the n value? Is a end minus 1. End value is a 1. 1 minus 1 is a 0. Okay, then we will get the Sam here. Let me print it here. You can see Sam. Now I want to access the data from first index. So this is my first index to like first, second, third, fourth index. Okay, then how you can do that? First index to fourth index. Okay, let's see what kind of value. The expected result should be 1, true, Sai and Vamsi. Okay, the expected result should be there. Let me print it same statement and let's see the result. Now you can see here we will get the three things. three details. So as I explain here, we are starting from the first index. Okay, we are starting from the first. This is a zeroth index element, this is the first index element. We started from this element and we ended end minus 1, that means 4 minus 1, that means this is the first, second and third. So we are not going to capture this fourth index because we mention here fourth, but end minus 1 will be applied there. Then now let's see how I want to access the reverse indexing. Then how you can access it? You can use the negative indexing. Suppose you want to pass the name list 1 dot minus 1. Is it working? So I'm not sure, like in Java it will throw an exception, that is illegal argument exception, but in Python it works. It's when we specify the negative index, it starts from the end. Okay, it starts from the end. Okay, so that is the thing. Let me run it. You can get the detail. Wait, sorry. See what you will get here. Minus 1 means your end index. So if you want to specify the minus 2 here, so then you will get the psi. Correct. You can use the minus 3, then you will get the psi. So these things will happen. So you can also specify the range here, like you can do like minus 1. So I want to print the data from here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, from this point to the minus 1. Then how you can do that? You can do here itself. See, you will get the sam and psi. You print it from here to here, that means n minus 1, end minus 1, that means 0. Okay, so it will not consider the warm C, that means minus 1 position here. So this is the way. So you can get the indexing. Now let's talk about, so we talked about the definition of the list here. We check whether it is like allow duplicates or not. We checked whether it is contains or hold the heterogeneous objects or not. Apart from that, we checked various loopholes, like how to append the value, then how to like how to extend the one list from the, like one list into another list. Apart from that, we saw the like retrieval of the element from the list, so by using the ranged index here. Then we saw the like negative indexing in list, and then they're like arranged in negative index. So these all things we saw here. Now let's talk about the other things. So like I want to remove some elements. Correct. I want to remove some elements here. Then how you can remove it? So there is a method, a remove method. So you can use that remove method to remove the element from the list. So let me remove it. So I want to remove this one here. I want to remove this one from the list. You can use the remove method here, and you can simply specify the one. Then it will get the remove. Let's print this. Before after that, okay, I printed it. So you can see we are able, we able to remove this one. Now I want to remove the sam here. So remove method, what remove means? So we have duplicate. Okay, remove method will remove the first occurrence. What is the first occurrence here? That sam is the first occurrence. Correct. So it will not go and remove this sam here. Now I want to remove the particular index element. Okay, so I want to remove the this warm C, which is holding the which is holding the second element, second index. I want to remove that. So how you can remove it? You can remove it, you can remove by using the pop method. There is one pop method you can use. Okay, so this method contains the this method having the like overloaded format. One is the with argument and without argument. So I'll be going to discuss the without argument how works. So you can see the like you can specify the index here. So I'm going to specify the this is 0th, first and second. Let's see whether it is able to delete the second index or not. Let me print it. After that, yeah, you can able to see the warm C has been deleted, which is which was in at the second index in the list. Okay, now I want to use the without argument pop method. Then how you can use it? Let's see. Now how it works? So we already have this list. Then pop method will remove the element. Then the question is like whether it is remove the starting or ending element. So it will obviously remove the end element. So let me show you. You can see the the last element has been deleted. So pop method will always delete the last element. Let me execute the same code. So you can see Saigon. Then let me execute the same code here. Sam will go on. See. So it execute or it like you can say that it delete the element from the last, and remove method will delete the element from the first occurrences. So once you got the first occurrence, then it will delete the element, that particular element. Okay, so that's all. Now I want to update the list. So see, we saw the append method and extend method, so which are used to update it, but I want to update with the indexing part. How you can update? Let's see. Suppose you have this list. Let me execute this again. And sorry, we will get an exception here now. Okay, let's create one more list here at the end. Don't, the list is a 3. Okay, now I created one list, name list as a named as a 3. Okay, now I want to update the first index element. So as I explained here, so you can see somewhere I explained this one. So this thing, so I updated the 0th index element with this name. Then I want to give the like 2 or 3 values. Okay, and I want to give the range here. And how you can do that? So see, let me print that array, sorry, that list first. Name list. Okay, now let's run it. Then you will get this 3, 4, 5, 5 elements. Okay, 5 elements we got in, we added in this list 3. Now let's replace some element from here. So I want to replace the element from the 0th index to second index. That means it is a starting point and this is the end point. End point means n minus 1. That means it will take care the first 0th index and first element index. Now let's add the elements here. I want to replace this 0th and first index with that means 0th and n minus element with some values, that means Sam. Now let's run it. You can see now the 0th and first element getting replaced with my value. See, so what is there in the 0th and first element index? The Sam and 1 is available inside the 0th and first element. So you can add the multiple as well here. So if you want to add the multiple, let me run it again here, and you can add the multiple. Okay, something like this. Now run it, print it. See, the 0th and n minus 1 element, you will get this updated values there. So guys, that's all here guys. We saw the how to what is the list here, then how to create the list, various type of like how various type to create the list. Apart from that, how to check the data type of the list or any type of variable. Apart from that, we check whether it contains the duplicate or not. Apart from that, we checked here how to access the or retrieve the element from the list, how to update it. Then after that, we see the how to add the element inside the list by using the append and extend method. Apart from that, we use the ranged indexing here, then negative range indexing, negative indexing, then remove methods, then pop method will be there. So then like updating the like their elements with the range indexing. So these all things we saw in this video, like video. So that's all guys. So thank you for watching this session. Thanks. If you have any comments or any doubts, let me know and comment there, so I'll be going to reply. So that's all guys. Thank you for watching this session.